What is going on, you guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. Today is episode 4 of our Indianapolis Colts rebuild. We left off the last episode with our second draft of the franchise. We had a pretty good class, another great draft. We got really lucky with getting another hidden development player. First thing I wanted to address was, in the last episode I said I was going to check on the dev trait of that quarterback that the Buccaneers took. Now, I wasn't expecting anything because he was a 72 overall. He was projected earlier than he should have. He has hidden development, and not just that, I looked, he has X Factor. So, I'm a little sad about that one. We could have had a future starting quarterback, and it said we got a normal development defensive end when we ended up getting another good defensive end 2 rounds later. I'm a little upset, but, you can't win them all. But, so that's a fun way to start, is just by disappointment. But, you know what, at least we got, Jose Fuller, our new starting right guard. Should be a fun prospect to watch develop. And then, of course, we still have Tevin Green, who's still only a 77 overall, but he does have superstar. This next season could be huge for him. And I'm hoping that Taj Mayberry here, our defensive end that we took in the first round, will end up being pretty good. We'll just have to see, though. So I will catch you guys in the regular season to catch you up on what we have going there. Alright, so I am here at the end of the preseason. I just cut down the roster to 51 players, and actually we're going to get rid of one more because I realized while editing that I mentioned like 2 or 3 times that I was going to trade Rock Ya-Sin because I got Jair Alexander, and I never did it. So I'm gonna do that here. I'm going to try to find a trade partner, and I'll catch you guys back up when I do. Alright, so here we are. We traded Rock Ya-Sin to the 49ers for a second-round pick. First of all, I think that's great value. Second of all, he's not even in our conference, so probably won't have to play him too much. Perfect trade, in my opinion. He had a lot of value considering he's young. He's up to an 80 overall, and he's got star. There's just no room for him on this team, and we don't need another salary in the secondary. We got Kenny Moore, Jair Alexander, and Ronald Darby already, and then Blackman and Duggar are both on rookie contracts. And there's just, like I said, there's no room for him on this team. But the specialist is looking pretty good. I think, this is tougher. I think I'm going to move Michael Pittman above Paris Campbell in the slot. I know we made a whole episode titled after Paris Campbell being good. But I'm going to leave Michael Pittman in the slot because I just want him to develop more. He had like a mentor challenge in the preseason. But I just want him to break out. Deontay Harris will play outside as the number 2. Watkins will play outside as the number 1. As the number 1 target. We have better receivers than I thought. I forgot about Bryce Green, and he's behind Paris Campbell. So we have a good receiving core. I just really hope Carson Wentz doesn't either get hurt or do terribly, because there's no reason why he should. So I'm going to fill out the rest of this team, and yeah, I'll catch you guys up when I have something to update you with. Alright, my first update for you guys. First of all, we're starting off 2-0, which is nice. A lot different than before. And then I'll go do awards, and you'll see Kyle Duggar is actually doing really well. So there you go. We have proof that some of our players are actually doing decently. He won Player of the Week, 8 tackles, 1 pick, 1 forced fumble, and 1 recovery. Great game by Kyle Duggar. And now we're going to get to our first huge extension of the franchise. It's Quentin Nelson. He's 26 years old, 98 overall. He's the best guard in the game at the moment because Zach Martin will be regressing at this point. He wants 44 across 3 years, 12 a year. He's absolutely worth that, and he takes it. Quentin Nelson locked up for the next 3 years. Fantastic. Next one is Bobby Okariki. I think I definitely want to keep him around. That's not too steep of a price tag for him. Plus, it's a 5-year contract. Looks like it's relatively backloaded too, so that's good for me. I will sign him to that, and he accepts too. So those are our 2 biggest ones out the way. I don't know, because our receiver room's kind of crowded at the moment, I might let Paris Campbell walk, just considering looks like he's asking for $4 million a year. I don't really think he's worth that. I'd rather keep Rodrigo Blankenship and maybe some key backups. I think Paris Campbell will probably be a candidate to just let walk. So those are our 2 biggest extensions out of the way. I'll catch you guys up when I have something else. Alright, a couple more updates. I believe we're in week 5 now. Ronald Darby just tore his hamstring. He'll be out for 7 weeks. He'll be back by the end of the season. And just so I don't forget, I'm not going to put him on IR. Now I wish I had Rock Ya-Sin, but that's okay. It seems to happen where I'm like, oh, I trade a guy and then I need him later in the season. but that's whatever. Anyway, the main thing, like, obviously Ronald Darby's a big player, but the main thing I wanted to tell you about was that Michael Pittman in the slot is paying off. He's a breakout player challenge. I believe it'll probably be 2 touchdowns and 100 yards again. Oh, 3 or 150. Okay, well, I'm not sure if he's gonna get that, but we'll just have to see. Watkins is frustrated. I'm just gonna leave that. I'm gonna kind of just ignore him. But we are 4-0. Let's see. First of all, if we win this game, and second of all, if he gets the challenge. We did not win the game, but he could have gotten that challenge still. Crowd. Okay, so he didn't get the challenge, but he didn't do terrible either. That's fine. 4-1 though at week 6. That's pretty good. Hopefully we can keep it up. All right, so here we are at week 9. We are officially 8 games in. We are 6-2, leading the division, which is real nice. Jacksonville and Tennessee are both a game behind. So we're doing pretty well. We just beat Houston. We're doing really well. So an update on some of the contracts. I opted to not re-sign Rodrigo Blankenship. I'll try to get him in free agency. He's just asking for $3 million a year, and I don't want to pay that to a kicker when we have some other contracts that are starting to catch up to us. Like Marvell Tell here, I think I will try to keep. There we go. He re-signs. Everyone else, I might try to get Odigizua again, but everyone else is kind of expendable. Maybe I'll try to get EJ Speed. Looks like he might not be too expensive. Maybe Joey Hunt, but I'm not sure. They're both just not that important to this team. So the other thing I wanted to do, since it's the midseason, we're exactly halfway through, I want to check out the stats we have for our team. So we have the 6th best offense and the 30th defense. I don't know why our defense is so bad, and I also don't know how we're doing so well with the bad defense. So Wentz is actually not even doing that well. He has a 2-to-1 touchdown to interception ratio, 1 per game. 1 pick per game, 2 touchdowns per game. I don't understand what the problem is here, or how we're still winning games. Jonathan Taylor on pace to get over 1,000 yards and over 10 touchdowns. That's pretty solid. Receiving, Pittman is doing really well. He's on pace for 1,200 yards. Harris on pace to get 800. That's fine. You know, I'm cool with our slot receiver leading us in receiving yards anyway. Watkins, not my favorite player in the league, and Pittman was, you know, he was already on this team to start with. As a guy I kind of wanted to develop throughout this, so that's good for us. Glad he's doing well in the slot. Offensive line, Felix Jackson has allowed 4 sacks, but like no one's allowed, you know, like that's a sack every 2 games. That's a really good rate for that to be the worst guy. So offensive line's doing really well. That's probably a big reason why we're doing well. Kyle Duggar doing well. Let's see, tackles for loss, who's leading there. DeForest Buckner and Kwity Paye with 7 each. That's good. Sack numbers don't look to be too high. 4 for Okariki, which is, I'm not the biggest fan of because he's not supposed to be rushing the passer, but whatever. Buckner with 3.5, Mayberry with 2, Kwity Paye with 1.5. Interceptions, 3 for Jair Alexander. It's kind of expected. He's really good. Julian Blackman with 2. I'm going to play around with the schemes and see what we can do there because I don't like it being 30th. We were really good last year. That was the strongest part of our team. I don't want that to be the worst now. Alright, so we're going full Bengals here. Apparently the Bengals playbooks are really good. They have a really good defense in this, and it's the only one out of the top 4 that is a 4-3. So we're going to stick with the scheme here and go with Cincinnati playbook. Let's see if that makes a difference. I really hope it does. Hopefully we can come through strong, win the division, make playoffs. I'm hoping at 6-2 we can maintain our momentum and get the bye. That would be huge for us. We'll just have to see. So I'll catch you guys up with any updates. Another short update. Jose Fuller sadly only had star development. Still cool to have someone above normal. That's fine with me. And then here's an update on the overalls. Nothing too crazy on increases. Jair Alexander's playing really well. He just won NFC or AFC. I keep saying NFC. AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Pretty good. Everyone else is doing pretty well. Taj Mayberry hasn't gone up yet. Hopefully we'll get a breakout challenge for him. But not so sure. We're coming off a loss in week 12. But we are 8-3, still one of the best records in the league. We have the 3 seed at the moment. But we still have 5 games left, so we still have time to claim the 1 seed if it's possible. We'll just have to see. Alright, so it's week 16. We slid not that much. We're 10-4 now. But we officially made the playoffs. I believe we're still the 3 seed. We might have dropped to 4. We're actually the 2 seed. Okay, only behind the Bills. So I'm actually going to check what their record is. If they're 2 games ahead of us, then I don't expect us to make it. I don't think they'll lose 2 straight and us win 2 straight. We'll just have to see. They're 1 game ahead of us. It's still possible that we claim the 1 seed here. I will simulate and catch you guys up and see if we're able to do that. I'm really hoping that we can. The only issue with that is that we're not going to rest any starters in Week 17, but that's okay. If we can claim the bye, that'd be perfect for us. So let's just see if we can do that. So we ended up being tied with the Bills in Week 16, and then we won our last game, but it still wasn't enough. They must have had a better division record than we did. 12-4 though, outstanding season. I'm gonna upgrade here. We play the Browns in the wild card. Taj Mayberry. I'm gonna actually manually do that. I'll just upgrade his power rush. Great season by us. It looks like we just kind of been stepping up. We did terrible the first season. We went just under 500 last season, and now we made playoffs, won the division. So at least we have home field advantage. That's nice to see. I'm gonna look at the stats here, and then we will play our first playoff game of the season. 17th best offense, and then same defense. That's fine. Jonathan Taylor didn't even have 1,000 yards. So Carson Wentz actually had a great second half. He only threw 3 interceptions after week 9. Fantastic. The last 8 games, he only threw 3 picks. Just under 4,000 yards, 33 touchdowns. That's a fairly standard season for him, but I'm impressed that he didn't throw any more picks than that. Real happy to see that. Rushing, Taylor had under 1,000, but he had 10 touchdowns. I don't know why Casey had so many carries. That's kind of worrying, but he had 7 touchdowns. It's fine. The rushing attack was still good. Taylor still had a 4 yards per carry average. Sorry. Receiving, Michael Pittman Jr. 1,100 yards. Sammy Watkins 800. Deontay Harris 600. Tunyon 600. 10 touchdowns for Watkins. 8 for Pittman, 5 for Harris, 6 for Tunyon. That's a great receiving core. I'm glad Pittman was able to get 1,000 yards for the first time in his career. Blocking, let's see if we had any. Nope, like everyone was outstanding on the line. 6 sacks allowed was the worst, and that was Felix Jackson. Considering he was a center in college and we moved him to left tackle, that was really good. Wow, our offensive line is just great. Defensively, Darius Leonard 100 tackles, Kyle Duggar 99. Tackles for loss. Kwity Paye leads with 18, Buckner with 15. Sacks, it looks like Buckner led with 7.5, 5.5 for Okariki, 4 for Kwity Paye, 3.5 for Taj Mayberry, 3.5 for Grover Stewart. I'm going to try to upgrade the playbook again in the offseason if we don't win the Super Bowl here. Because again, I must remind you, I wanted this to be a mini-series in the first place. If we win the Super Bowl this playoff, like this offseason, or this postseason, sorry, I will end the series here and start a new one. It's been really fun, I gotta say, but the ultimate goal is to win the Super Bowl. I'm not gonna try to start a dynasty. Oh man, Jair Alexander had 70 tackles and 7 interceptions. That's potential Defensive Player of the Year stats right there. 131 return yards, 7 pass deflections, 1 forced fumble, 1 recovery. No defensive touchdowns, but that is quite the season. I mean, wow. Great play by Jair Alexander. Fantastic. That's easily the best move of this whole franchise, is signing Jair Alexander. I mean, it's not like he could have done too terribly considering how good he is, but, you know, that was just a great move by us, deciding to take him over Devontae Adams. You know, maybe Adams would have been better for our offense than Alexander is for our defense, but, I mean, if we win Defensive Player of the Year, how much better can he really do? So I'm going to take us into this wild card game. I'll stop the episode after this, and then we'll play the rest of them. Hopefully we can win this game and not blow it like our last game that we played. All right, we're jumping in on a key moment here in this game. It's 3rd and 12. We're on defense. Who is their quarterback? Who is that? Is that Jacoby Brissett? It is Jacoby Brissett. What the fuck? All right, well, they made it to the playoffs with Jacoby Brissett as their QB. And Buckner with the sack up the middle. That's his 2nd already. We're 2 minutes into the game, and he's already got 2 sacks. He's in the zone now. Oh, man. He's already got his X Factor. Just untouched. Takes out Brissett. Beautiful. Took a big shot here. Pittman. Wide open. Let's go. Huge game. Taylor almost was able to get the TD there. Try to throw for a touchdown here. Oh, God. Oh, that did not happen. Oh, well. Made it to the red zone. Gonna have to kick. That's all right. Brown's defense is real good. It's hard to get one over on that one or backed up. All right, we got another one. We're fairly close to the red zone here. Just got to get this first down. Throw it to Taylor. First down. Made a man miss. Made another man miss. Made another man miss. Some moves. Let's go. Beautiful moves by Jonathan Taylor. All right, let's see what we can get done here. One's going to roll out. Throw. Oh, it's picked. It is picked. Should have saw that one coming. All right, let's try to get it going here. We're not playing around. Can't let him keep a 10-point lead. We need 7 here. Caught by Tunyon. Oh my God! Might get it in one play. Touchdown! Beautiful. Oh my God! I was not expecting it in one play. When I said we need 7, I thought I just meant at the end of this drive. 1 play touchdown by the Colts. Let's go. All right, they have decent receivers, so I think I'm gonna change it to overall for cornerback matchups. Since we have better corners than they do receivers. I just hope that they can match them route for route. Buckner again gets the sack. That's his 3rd. Beautiful. Able to stop him there. 3rd and 9. Let's get him off the field. Let's try to get them off the field. And we do. Able to stop Donovan Peoples-Jones before we can get the first down. 4th and 3. I will take that ball. I'm going to go for a bootleg here. Maybe a deep shot to Harris. Hopefully he gets open. Can't hit Harris. Hit Watkins instead. Stays in. Touchdown! Oh, man. What a play. That was beautiful. He stumbled. Just barely stayed in bounds. Was able to get it. For a job. Calling out blitz. And there's Bobby Okariki on the linebacker blitz with a sack on Brissett. Beautiful. Just look at that. Untouched. Straight up the middle. Great play. All right, it appears that Carson Wentz was just sacked by Myles Garrett. We're going to try to get this first down here. Hopefully we don't mess this up too bad. Oh, it's thrown and it's picked. At least it was a little bit deep. The pressure came from out of nowhere. John Johnson gets his 2nd pick of the game. Really got to try not to blow this one. This is quite the important game. I'm sure you noticed. Ah, swatted. I tried to pick it, man. Ah. Got the pressure and everything. Well done play. I just couldn't do it in time, I guess. I guess the receiver's in the way. Picked off. Kenny Moore. Oh, I'm going to house it. Brissett can't catch me. Kenny Moore with the pick 6. Beautiful. I was just complaining about how I didn't pick it in the last play, but there he is once again. Look at that. Absolute ball hawk. Picks off Landry's route. I don't know what's going on with his arms there, but he got it. Pick 6. Beautiful. That's okay. Because the only thing I care about is that scoreboard. And we are up by 10 points. I'd love to force 3 here. Oh, I don't even know how he just shoved Jair Alexander aside, but that was a great play. For some reason, it keeps playing Tunyon outside. And, like, I'm not totally against that because he is a great player, but it's just kind of weird. Speaking of, there he is. Gain of a lot. I'm going to set Taylor to the pass block. Go to Harris underneath again. Juke him out. Didn't mean to... Okay, you know what? I didn't mean to spin move, but it went into a face mask, so who cares? I'm really hoping Pittman gets open. What did I say? Beautiful. Michael Pittman Jr. with the touchdown. Able to extend our lead. I just really cannot allow a deep TD right now. Grover Stewart gets to him. Took too long. The coverage was too tight. Couldn't find anything. Grover Stewart gets the sack. That's the 5th of the game for this defense. They're going to go for it. They're going to go cover 3. I should have probably gone more than that, but that's okay. Throws it. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And that should do it for the game. We simmed through, and that is the game. We get our first playoff win of this franchise. That was a fun game. There's some crazy moments for both sides. You know, we made some bad choices. We made some great choices. And same for them. That was a good game. It was. I was really worried that we were going to lose it at one point, but we ended up being able to catch up. That pick 6 was really the difference maker, and then as well as Alexander's game sealer at the end. Beautifully done by these Colts. And yeah. Can't wait to play the divisional round. We win our first playoff appearance in the franchise. That feels really good, especially after a couple disappointing seasons in a row. So I'm going to leave you guys off with a little teaser for Monday's video. We play the Bengals in the divisional round. They are 10-6, so they are clearly not the same Bengals that we see in real life. But, you know, you heard me right. I'm going to wait until Monday to upload the next part, and you know, we'll potentially have the end of the series next week. If that is the case, I will be starting up a new franchise probably also next week. It just depends, but we will get to that bridge when we get to it. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to leave a like, and I will see you guys on Monday for part 5 in this series. Can't wait to do it. Alright, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.